It is currently 11:30 in the morning, and I unfortunately just woke up. Now, recently I've been receiving a lot of DMs, comments, stuff like that about how to bulk. What should I eat if I'm trying to bulk? And I thought I'd made this kind of clear in my videos, but I went back and checked, and I actually haven't. I haven't really done any video on like how to bulk if you're a beginner or even intermediate or advanced. Like a lot of people, regardless of their skill level, have trouble putting on weight. So I'm going to clean the kitchen, which I'm not going to show you behind you because it's a mess right now. I'm going to clean my room. Then I'm going to go get coffee because I need caffeine in my system for it to work properly. Then I'm going to come back and make my first meal. I'll obviously take you guys through exactly how I do that. It's a pretty simple meal. And I'll display, like for all the meals I have throughout the day, I'll display the macros, how many calories there are, and basically the ingredients that go into it and how to cook them. So I just made an emergency run to Target actually to buy a singular avocado because my first meal is going to consist of 4 to 5 eggs, depending on the size of the eggs, and then a half cup of rice, like dry rice, which I think comes out to like 1 cup when it's cooked, and then that whole avocado. And then I also put some cheddar cheese in there. Not everyone puts cheese in that. Like I know Dave makes this same meal, but he doesn't really like dairy that much, so he doesn't put cheese in there. I like it for the flavor and some extra calories and fat. And then I also put some turkey sausage in there for flavor, A, and then B, extra calories, obviously, extra protein, decent amount of fat, but not like the extreme amount of saturated fat that you get with pork sausage, for example. And then to top it off, I put, this is actually key. First off, I use adobo. Actually, no, for this meal, I'm not going to use that. Forget I even said that. But I do use MSG, monosodium glutamate, to season it, actually. So it's not, like, people think it's similar to salt in a certain kind of way, but it's not at all. It doesn't make food more salty. It actually makes it more, I think the name of the taste is umami, which is like savory flavor. So yeah, I put that in basically all my meals and it makes them just taste amazing.
Made with bits of real panther, so you know it's good. It's quite pungent. It stings the nostrils.
So I just went through and calculated the macros for this meal. I just realized I don't have a spoon for it, but it is 86 grams of fat, 104 grams of carbs, 64 grams of protein, and 1,419 calories in total. So this is about a little under half of my daily caloric intake. It's probably going to take me over an hour to finish it. So this is really good for bulking because, as you just saw, that's a whole lot of calories for one meal. And the thing is, because of the texture of it, because it's like a Monster Mash style meal, you can eat it with a spoon and you don't get your hands all greasy. So let's say you're doing homework or whatever, you don't want to stop doing your homework to, let's say, like make a burger and like eat the burger, and then you're not going to be able to do your homework at the same time because you don't want to get it all greasy or whatever, or if you're at your computer doing work. But if you have this, you can just keep it in a Tupperware like I am, and I just keep this right next to my computer. I do work, I edit a video, whatever, and then off to the side, like when I'm hungry, I can just take a bite and then go right back to what I was doing. I don't have to like wash my hands or anything like that. And in total, this meal, well, this time it took a little bit longer because I had to set up my camera and stuff. For the most part, I can make this meal in less than 20 minutes. Fast forward a couple hours, it's now 8:30. I'm about to head into the rec center and get a back workout in with my good friend Chris. As I said, that meal probably would take me an hour to finish. It ended up taking me like 2 hours. Since then, all I've really had is like a glass of OJ and a banana, so I haven't really had too much else so far with like the coffee, the meal I showed you, and then that little snack I just told you about. I'm at around like 1,700 calories for the day. So I'm gonna get in this back workout and then I'll show you my last meal of the day. And I'm really only having like 2 meals per day nowadays because each meal is so huge and it takes me hours to finish. So it's basically like 2 meals within one. But anyway, I'm also gonna go over what supplements I take. I don't really take a lot of supplements, but the ones I do take, I have good reason for taking them. So I'll go over which supplements I take and exactly why I take them. So I decided to cheat on my plan and get some chicken tenders. I have no idea what the macros are in this, but it doesn't matter because I'm always trying to put weight on anyway. So it's probably something around 25 to 30 grams of protein in this and probably an equal amount of fat and then like some carbs from this. So that's like a rough idea of the macros. So it's around 1:45 a.m. right now. I've got to be quiet because my roommates are sleeping. But I'm not done with my meals for the day, unfortunately. I am trying to bulk, like really bulk, which a lot of you know I have trouble with. So I'm gonna make a small serving of Monster Mash. Normally I'd make a full serving around this time, but as you saw, I already had the chicken tenders earlier, so I'm not really hungry enough to make like a full thing of Monster Mash. So what I'm gonna do is instead of doing a half cup of rice, I'm gonna do like a third of a cup of rice, and instead of doing a pound of beef, I'm gonna do like a half pound of beef probably. So as I said, this is going to be my last meal of the day. It's Monster Mash, so it's basically just sweet potato, white rice, and ground beef all mixed up. And I calculated the macros for this. It is 79 grams of carbs, 37.5 grams of protein, and 25.5 grams of fat for a grand total of 703 calories. Now normally, this Monster Mash that I make would have probably twice that amount because I'd make more rice and way more beef. But I already had those chicken tenders earlier. It's pretty late and I'm pretty full. So I did not make a full serving size.